This video is working on our notes for capítulo 1b. I will start with the verb ser, which means to be. This particular to be we're going to use to describe people in terms of looks and personality. Keep in mind these are the adjectives that we're learning in this chapter are specifically to describe personality. All right, so this is an irregular verb, which basically means you have to memorize the different forms of it. We're just going to go over the singular forms of it, which are really called the conjugations of it. All right, so I am, yo soy. You are, which is the singular informal you. We know this, tú, so it's tú eres. She is, ella es. He is, él es. You are, this is the singular you, formal, usted es. All right, a few things to keep in mind. The tú, to be the pronoun you must include the accent mark over the you. Same thing with the pronoun he, you must include the accent mark over the e. Without it, the él without the accent mark is the article the. Tú without the accent mark is the possessive pronoun your. Totally changes the meaning of the word, so be careful with those. Another thing I want you to notice, él, ella, and usted share the same form of the verb. In this particular case, es. This will always be the case, no matter what verb we're working with. Él, ella, and usted share the same form of the verb. And it doesn't matter which order I say it in. Él, ella, usted, él, ella. That part does not matter. All right, now let's work on asking what someone is like. All right, first thing I want you to keep in mind. I'll show you the first one. What am I like? ¿Cómo soy yo? Now, the literal meaning of this question is how am I? But if you just think about it that way, you're going to miss the essence of it. ¿Cómo soy yo? A better way to think of it is what am I like? Right. To figure the rest of them out, the rest of these questions, no big deal. They start the same way. ¿Cómo? Now notice what we did here. I mean, we're essentially going am I, right? Soy yo. Well, we're going to do the same thing for the other ones. What are you like? ¿Cómo eres tú? What is she like? ¿Cómo es ella? What is he like? ¿Cómo es él? What are you like? The formal you. ¿Cómo es usted? All right, now keep in mind, to respond to these questions, you're still using the verb to be. So if I ask, what are you like? You're going to respond, I am, and then, the adjectives to describe you, right? So if I ask, ¿Cómo eres tú? You're going to respond, yo soy, and then you give some adjectives along with it, right? Yo soy inteligente. Yo soy deportista. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit more to what we know about expressing likes and dislikes. I'm going to show you the long way for each of these. Remember, what's in parentheses is to let us know that we do not have to include it, okay? So, I like. A mí me gusta. Short way, me gusta. You like, of course, is the informal you. A ti te gusta. Short way, te gusta. She likes. A ella le gusta. Short way, le gusta. And just as we saw before, he, she, and you formal are going to share. In this case, the le is called an indirect object pronoun, but they're going to share the same one. So he likes is a él le gusta. Short way, le gusta. You formal like is a usted le gusta. Short way, le gusta. Now think about it. If I know who I am talking about, say that we're talking about Ana, and we know that we're talking about her, and I want to say that she likes to swim, then I can just say le gusta nadar, because we know we're talking about Anna, right? But if I don't know who I'm talking about and I need to specify, then it makes more sense to say it the long way. A ella le gusta. I could replace the pronoun with the name and say a Ana le gusta. These are all, this is going to depend on the context of the conversation you got going on. How much do you really know? Okay, now let's go over asking about names and how to respond. We'll start with the stuff that's familiar to us, okay? And then we're just going to add a little bit more to it. To ask what is your name the formal way. We all know this. ¿Cómo te llamas? Remember, I don't have to include the pronoun, but if I want to, I can. ¿Cómo te llamas tú? Okay. What is your name the formal way? ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama usted? Right, so it doesn't matter which way is asked. ¿Cómo te llamas o cómo se llama? We respond the same way. My name is, right? So me llamo. If you want to include the pronoun, then it's yo me llamo, and then we state the name. Right, to ask what is her name. Now let's think about this. Remember what we've said. Él, ella, and usted are going to share the same form of the verb. In this case, the verb is, llamas, llama, right? So they're going to share the same form of the verb. And they're also going to share grammar-wise the rest of it. So the se is going to be the same as well. All right, so what is her name? ¿Cómo se llama ella? Now to respond, I'm going to say her name is blah, 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 right? So if I'm saying it the long way, ella se llama, and then you state the name, right? What is his name? Same idea. ¿Cómo se llama él? To respond, él se llama, and then you state the name. All right, well, this is it for this video, guys.